Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's gonna be Stork, it's gonna be Flash on Circuit Breakers. This is gonna be a Patreon replay for those of you who support me on patreon.com/Falcon Paladin for at least $1 a month. I do appreciate ya. If you're watching this the week of August the 12th, I really do appreciate you. And if you're watching this in September 2023 or later on the YouTube channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I'm here 6 times a week with Brood War content. Top left, it's gonna be Flash. He is here today, and in the top right is gonna be Stork. So a TVP for you. Flash has the better resume than Stork, but Flash has a better resume than literally everybody else who has ever played the game. So no real shame there, right? You come into a game and someone's like, oh, you're not favored to win this, Stork. And Stork's like, yeah, well, who is? Who is favored to win a game against Flash, especially when he's Terran? Maybe if he's off racing as Zerg or Protoss or something, maybe then, which he did for a whole ASL a few years ago, which was amazing. But when he's Terran, when he's in his groove, especially in this matchup, he makes this matchup look Terran favored as all get out. I think a lot of people say that the PvT matchup is favored for Protoss unless Flash is involved. I don't know. I don't know if that's true anymore. We've had some pretty nice Terran ASL champions over the last 3 ASLs. So if PvT was that overpowered and Flash isn't involved in the ASLs currently, then what does that say about Terran's overpoweredness, right? It's just weird that both in StarCraft 1 and in StarCraft 2 we've had a lot of Terran dominance in premier events over the last 12 months, and I don't know what it is. It's just this weird synchronicity, right? This is just going on in StarCraft. Not a lot of people watch both Brood War and StarCraft 2. I'm one of those people that watches and follows both. And I can tell you, 2023 is the year of the Terran. This isn't... Wait. He just... Oh my gosh, he did. My brain refused to process that when I saw it, because I was like, nobody's going to go Nexus first against Flash. But then Stork just totally did. Alright, cool. Let's see what that's all about. Let's see if this can get punished by Flash. He's not SCV scouting at all, which is in huge favor for what Stork is trying to do here. Trying to get away with the Nexus first against a Terran, you just hope and pray they don't scout you, because if they don't scout you, they can't stop it. This is Flash just playing normal. 1 Rax expand timing, getting dat gas. Wants a factory soon. Right, walling off against potential Zealot run-bys, but oh, that gateway just finished. It's going to be a minute before Zealot shows up. Probe scouting out, trying to see what's what. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a special shout-out to a patron of mine, Jason. He just edited his pledge from $1 a month to $20 a month. So thank you, Jason, for doing that. I got the email today. I'm casting this on August the 8th of 2023, so... if you're watching this, Jason, I appreciate you. And you're obviously a very cool dude. Cybernetics core coming in, obviously, for Stork. Not going to skip that for any reason whatsoever. This is where Flash goes, wait. What? He says. This Nexus is already done? Their Cyber Core's not finished yet? It's just warping in now? I have been deceived. I have been tricked into thinking that this is going to be a safe game from Stork, and it wasn't. He took a massive risk, and he's gotten away with it now. Yeah. There's nothing that can... No. Two Marines aren't going to shut this down. The way you punish it is you come over here with Marines, build a bunker here, get the Marines inside the bunker, and bam, the Nexus is dead. It's not that easy. You got to do some micro, probably. Got to do some repairing, a little bit of SCV shuffling there, but... yeah, at the end of the day, it can be punished if it's scouted early enough, which it wasn't. Flash just decided, nah, I think Stork's going to play this straight up, and then he didn't, which is awesome. This is also an RJB replay, so be sure to check him out at youtube.com/@RJB_TV. He has a passion and a knowledge for StarCraft that is beyond anybody that I know. He is our expert. We love RJB quite a bit. So, check him out, especially if you like fastest map at all. Alright, so third base coming in. This is intriguing. An answer to this Nexus first is Flash getting a fast third. This is a... I believe... Man, what words did RJB use to describe this game? Maybe he didn't. Maybe I'm thinking of a different match, but... There's definitely a match he sent me recently, and he called it... Let's see what the Discord says. It's a cute game. That's what he did. He called this a cute game. I might put that in the title. A cute game between Flash and Stork, because that's what it is. Obviously is that. I love this supply depot positioning up here, too, so you can see shuttles that are flying in with Reavers to try to kill you. Robotics facility on the way. Again, this doesn't mean Reavers. It's probably just for observers. It's going to be for observers, but whether it's also for Reavers, we don't know yet. Siege tank up. We're going for siege tech first. Dragoons got their singularity charge. Let the repairing begin. And a third nexus coming up. Minerals only outside of the main base here from Stork. Flash is taking the low grounder, but really, that's just a problem if you're not Terran, because the reason these bases are hard to take as Zerg and Protoss is that a siege tank can set up on this ramp and just wail away at it and kill it, and it's hard to deal with. Yeah, observatory on the way, but as Terran, yeah, we're good. We call it just fine, thank you. Observatory at the front's an interesting place for it. It doesn't have a ton of HP. I mean, compared to other Protoss-y things, it's got 500 HP, but, you know, like a gateway's got 1,000. So, everything's relative, don't you know? Further tech, nothing. Extra gateways coming in here from Stork. Gonna be Dragoons. Gonna be a lot of Dragoons here. No sign of getting speed for his Zealots quite yet. Again, third base is minerals only, but he needs a lot of Zealots regardless. Pretty early Charon boost here from Flash. Is he sniffing drops? Is he sniffing carriers? Because it's not really what's happening here. We're not seeing a carrier opening. We're not seeing Reavers. We're not seeing shuttles being produced. But, you know, better to have Charon boost than to not have Charon boost. That's what I always say. That's what Flash always says, too. So he gets a scan in. Sees nothing, right? Sees no further tech. Says, interesting. All right. A shuttle is on the way. Okay, okay. So maybe just dropping shuttles inside the Terran base. Or shuttles. Dragoons inside the Terran base might be good. These Zealots, but they don't have speed. Slow Zealots inside your base aren't nearly as terrifying. Intriguing. Probe, maybe going to throw up a pylon here, or just scout and see if any dropships start heading across the map. That's not happening yet, because the first starport is on the way somewhere. Double armory, starport, there it is. So first armory on the way here from Flash. First starport on the way, 2 armories, all just about done. Extra factories, we are full into mech production now. Citadel of Adun coming in. I hear that loading and unloading. What did you unload and unload? Yeah, so 4 Zealots in a shuttle. They don't have speed, nor will they have this speed for a minute. So this is just a regular old Zealot and Dragoon push on the front, but getting over the wall with a shuttle. So, nice snipe on that obs. So he's like, oh, do we want to try this with a shuttle when there are Charon boost Goliaths already out there? And Stork's thinking about it. He's like, maybe not. Maybe not a good idea to go in there if we already have Goliaths with Charon boost waiting for us. That shuttle will die if we try anything. I don't know that Stork knows about this third base either. Fourth base coming up right side here from Stork. All right, all right. Templar Archives, too. Maybe a Storm might be the tech here from Stork. Might just be preparing for Arbiters, which are pretty good. Where's your scan? Oh, he's scanned up here again. He sees the Templar Archives and he sees the Stargate and he says, okay. So it's going to be Arbiters on the opening. Let's try not to clump up the tanks too much. Is he going to try? Stork? Stork's trying. He's trying to be like, where can we go? Where can we mess with this guy? Oh, all right. Yeah, so definitely a dead shuttle. Little Zealot bombing. Ah, Dragoons coming in from the top side. Dragoons, Zealots. Zealots getting some free hits off. Zealots are dead, but tank down, tank down. And I think all of these tanks are going to die. Whether or not Stork can actually get through is another question. This bunker's still a slight problem, but that Dragoon count is hot and heavy. Yeah, look at him trying to take down this bunker, but the repair. The repair is too good. Really, it's too good for this many Dragoons also expanding behind this as Stork. I love that for him. He just absolutely reset the tank count to 0. Ay caramba. What a play there from Stork. Didn't even lose everything. Like, usually if you go for something like that and wipe out every siege tank, you just lose all your Dragoons. It's a trade. But that was one of the better trades I've ever seen against Flash. Look at this guy go. Look at him. Man. Okay, so Vultures got speed now. Arbiter Tribunal warping in too. Vultures have those spider mines. So they're going to start... oh, look at this. This attempted kind of wall. I mean, it sort of works. If you want to get him, you can go up... Oh, is this not traversable? Oh, wow. You can't squeeze a vulture through there. That's crazy. I guess who's got another observer? Spider mines, get out. Come on. Come on, spider mines. Observer says, oh, Flash is at a third base for a while. You can check the mineral counts and be like, oh, yeah, he's down to like 1,100 minerals there. Not good for me. No, I'm afraid not. Science vessels here in case we need to EMP something. Has EMP been researched? I don't know. And yeah, an entirely naked and undefended third base. What the heck? SCVs just evac from the position. What can even stop this? See, look. Cannon's defending the fourth base of Stork. He knows the importance of having some kind of defense here. Well positioned on these cannons too. Like, insanely well positioned there. Vultures can only attack the assimilator, which sucks. Really? You're not going to leave any Dragoons behind to make sure this is just an SCV graveyard. Weird choice from Stork there. I mean, these guys aren't even doing anything. Come on, Stork. He's too busy trying to, like, saturate his new bases. These probes need to get back to work. Oh, a siege tank. I thought I heard siege tank firing. Okay, that's what happened. Now he's bringing the Dragoons in to clear out the Vultures. He put these probes back to work now. Ah, ooh, spider mine connections. Serious business. Yeah, I'm really shocked that Stork rather, didn't try to shut down this third base, like, at all. I mean, he got all the SCVs to evacuate, but I think he could have stuck around and at least killed the ComSat station. Weird choice for sure. Okay, so boop, boop. Another base coming in from Stork because you never really stop expanding until you have 8 bases in a PvT. Unless, you know, you're getting 2-based or something, in which case maybe stop expanding and start working on something else. Dude, Stork, though, get these dudes back to work. Did you forget about them, sir? It seems like perhaps you have forgotten about them, and maybe some vultures showing up to ruin their day would help. Stasis not done yet. EMP not done yet. So spellcasting going to be minimal here. And going for it, though. Stork says, I can take this. Oh, right. Defensive Matrix is up. D-Matrix up, and that's not something Stork likes to see. Too many tanks on that back end. Too much spellcasting happening here. Once he can stasis half of this army, then he'll do it. Oh my gosh, Stork finally is like, oh yeah, I had some probes up here working. If Stork loses this game, I'm going to blame it on him having these probes not doing anything for about 2 minutes. Maybe 3 minutes. It was not good. What is this pylon placement from Stork? What are you doing? Stork checking to see there are no bases, no ninjas down on this bottom left side. That's a great thing that everybody should do in 1v1 StarCraft. And even in 2v2 and 3v3 and 4v4, like, check to see there's no ninjas happening. Major scans happening all across the middle here. And he's like, ah, yes, there we go. And we're going to get our first stasis. There it is. Wow, that's a 5-tank stasis and a vulture. That cut that tank cap directly in half. Really not bad at all. Zealots are on top of the tanks. The vultures not able to do much of anything here at all. Stork taking down 4 siege tanks in addition to the ones that he killed with his earlier attack. Absolutely insane. Maybe don't hold position in tank range, though. Maybe Stork, pull back. Man, reaction time from Stork is not exactly on point today. I'm not going to give him an A for reaction time at all. Dark Templar on the way. I think Storm just finished, unless Stork canceled it. I caught a glimpse of it up there in the production tab, and now it's gone. So either it was canceled or it completed. I don't see any High Templar hanging around, so that might have been a Stork deciding he doesn't want to go for Storm in this game. Stasis it is. Zealots it is. I love this. 1 orange caped DT. Wop. Man. 2-shotting SCVs. Imagine your workers getting 2-shot by DTs instead of 1-shot. Zerg could never. But his mortal enemy, the Vulture, is here, and he is immediately gone. Coming up from the south, Stork tanks aren't... I mean, they're in a position to kind of engage here. What a weird... Nice concave, I guess. No, Stork, don't go in there. I like these Zealots coming in from the right side, though, quite a bit. Oh, there's Storm. Storm finished. Never mind. Kaderan Amulet got started, too. That would have told me something. Good snipe on the Science Vessel, but Stork is forced to retreat from this position. Pylon, is that blocking the landing of this command center? Well, no. I mean, it can land, maybe not optimally, but it can definitely land. Yeah, look at that. That's funny. But Flash, boy, not enough bases for Stork to keep up here. I don't think. This is looking bad for Flash, or for Stork, rather. My goodness, for Stork. Look at that ginormous probe transfer down this right side. What's up, guys? Whee! Up, 12 o'clock base. Expanded to, and then not defended by anything. And as a result, it's going to die. Okay, so that helps Stork quite a bit. Free command centers are free. And then coming up this ramp is really ill-advised. Stork should just get out of there and go home. Take the CC, take the win, and get out of there. Oh, another DT is back at this left side 9 o'clock base. You can hear it. You can hear the sound of SCVs dying murderously. I mean, everything in this game dies murderously. Like, I don't know. There's no peaceful deaths in StarCraft. Pretty sure. Yeah, casually with 11 kills. Flash is at 66 workers. Stork's at 75. All right, Stork needed to do a couple things, and he did. Took out that 12 o'clock command center. Expanded, killed a bunch of SCVs at the 9 o'clock. Wandering about with his 2-2 upgrades. The mech upgrades are sitting here at 3-2 for Flash because Terrans are generally better at getting upgrades in this matchup. They prioritize them more than the Protoss does, and part of that is the Sea-Chank just does so much chunky damage that having armor doesn't help as much. I'm honestly surprised Stork has +2 armor right now. Usually Protoss players don't bother with the armor until they got +3, just because, again, Sea-Chank Fire just doesn't care about your armor all that much. Yeah, this is a bad engage. I don't like it for Stork, but he's going to kill some tanks, and sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to kill some tanks. Beautiful storms blanketing that center area, weakening up the Vultures if nothing else. And, okay, Zealot's making it all the way to this back line. Oh, that tank's got 1 HP. He's alive. Good stasis here, too, which I didn't mention. A lot of stuff happening in that battle. And Stork pulls back. Says, all right, we've got 75 workers. I guess there are 71 SCVs. Man, Flash's macro is always insane. Taking a 5th base down the left side here, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6 bases have been rolling for Stork for a minute. But man, I would feel better if I had another base if I was Stork. Expanding to the 6 o'clock here seems like it would be a good idea. Although, it'd be hard to protect. If Vultures showed up, you know, you'd have to have some cannons and stuff down here to shut it down, at least initially. And as always, all these expansions, you set up a tank on this ramp, and yet they've got the high ground, and it's hard to uproot, and your base just dies, and you're the saddest of pandas. Ooh, look who's making 18 Zealots at a time. Stork is making 18 Zealots at a time. Does he feel like the Vulture count is not adequate? Or maybe he's just trying to make the Vulture count inadequate. What do you say? Maybe? Alright, man. Engaging into siege-up tanks is really ill-advised behavior here, Stork. I don't like it at all. Nice EMP. Sick EMP. Alright, well, that tank's gonna die, but he's got a lot more tank friends where those came from. Zealots try to come at an angle where the Vultures aren't paying attention, but the Vultures were paying attention. Also, it's kind of like Zealot bombing, except you didn't have to have a shuttle for the Zealot bombing. Oh, wow. That was a much better cleanup than I expected from Stork. He didn't wipe out the entire group, but that was like 10 or 11 tanks down. Really not bad at all. Recall coming in from Stork, too. Expanding here is fine. I'd like to expand here more just for the gas, but, you know, if you're making 17 Zealots at a time, maybe you're okay. 187 to 156 supply here from Stork, but he needs that supply advantage if he's going to win this match. I don't know why we're killing this cannon. I don't feel like it's in anybody's way. All right, whatevs. Shield upgrade coming in from Stork. We don't see that very much either, especially not against Terran. More against Zerg, I would say. Here comes Stork again. I mean, a lot of this game has just been kind of like Stork engaging into entrenched Terran positions. Wow. And then kind of doing better and better at it every time. Look at that. Look at that. Just casual stroll through the middle of the map, and that's it. Flash GG's out. Stork with one decisive crushing through the center of the map like that. Holy smokes, that was amazing. Yeah, I think he had 4 to 5 different times. He was like, well, time to go into tank fire again, into that tank line. Bleh, everything dies. You kill some tanks. But every time it seemed like he killed more and more stuff. He just kind of ramped up and ramped up and ramped up. While the tank count kept getting whittled down and whittled down and whittled down until we've got 3-2 dudes showing up. A lot of Dragoons, a lot of Zealots, tons of income. Able to make, I mean, he was firing up like, 9 Zealots and 10 Dragoons at a time. Just remaxing super fast. Got this base pretty quickly. The expansion on the right side was good. The killing of the 12 o'clock was awesome. And, like I said, the DT attack over here on Flash slowed him down too. So all of that. The good stasises, the storms were amazing. And then just the remaxing after losing your army to kill tanks, to come back and kill more tanks and never give up. Never give up, never surrender, never feel like, wow, it's not working this time. I don't know. No, you got to keep going. You got to keep bashing your head into it. Oh, man. Yeah, you just got to keep going, keep attacking, keep losing stuff, and keep bringing it back. Bring more people into the battle to die at the hand of Flash. 176,000 points from Stork, 155 from Flash. 347 APM on average. Pretty good from Flash. Outproducing the Protoss, but the killing number is about even. So that's interesting. I guess it's a lot of vultures that kind of added to this number would be my guess. 3-to-1 buildings raised. Yeah, really not too many attacks on bases today. Right? That one CC at the 12 o'clock died from Flash, but other than that, no Nexuses died. There was no real major drops into bases. None of that setting up tanks on the ramp and killing the base nearby stuff. But this is the big play, right? Outspending Flash by a full 10, 12,000 resources, about 12,000 resources in only 20 minutes. I mean, that was the early bases with the economic damage done to Flash too. Dommage, my brain wants to say, but that's not the word I was looking for, brain. Thanks anyway. Wow. All right, so that was honestly fantastic. Like, well done, Stork. I don't think anybody came into this game expecting him to get the win, but I think he played very well. His opening, he got away with the Nexus first opening. I did forget to mention that in the recap. Got away with the early Nexus, like the Nexus first. And then from there, didn't have a great opening 5 to 10 minutes of the game, but really made up for it the other way, expanding down the right side. Just getting some beautiful engagements. It was enough. It was enough. All right, that was good. Really, really good stuff. Got a good Patreon cast, and that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.